Steno peeps, welcome back to a brand new dictation. Today we're doing the dreaded Q&A. It's going to be a Q&A dictation all around a workers' comp case. So I will speak in a low voice for the attorney, a high voice for the defendant at no particular speed. So set your speed controller and let's get started. Good morning, Mr. Thompson. I appreciate you coming in today to discuss your case. Let's start from the beginning. Can you tell me what happened on the day of your injury?
Good morning. Yes, so I work at a warehouse, and on January 12th, I was moving a heavy pallet. I followed protocol, but as I lifted one side, I felt a sharp pain in my lower back. It was bad. I could barely stand up straight.
Understood. Did you report the injury to your supervisor right away?
Yes, I did. I told my supervisor, Mr. Ramirez, and he told me to fill out an incident report. I did that the same day.
Good. Did your employer provide you with medical attention or direct you to see a doctor?
They told me I had to go to their company doctor first. I went the next day and he just gave me some pain medication and told me to rest for a couple of days, but the pain didn't go away.
I see. Have you received any additional medical treatment since then?
Yeah, after a week, I went to my own doctor because the pain was getting worse. He did an MRI and found that I have a herniated disc. He recommended physical therapy and possibly even surgery.
That's an important detail. Did you inform your employer about your continued pain and the additional diagnosis?
Yes, I sent an email to HR with my doctor's report, but they said I had to stick with the company doctor, and after that, they started acting differently toward me at work.
How so?
Well, they cut my hours. I was working full-time before, but now they only schedule me for 3 days a week, and my supervisor keeps saying I need to tough it out.
That could be a form of retaliation. Have you ever received any benefits under workers' compensation, such as wage replacement or medical expense coverage?
Not really. The insurance company said my injury wasn't severe enough to qualify for full benefits. They approved a few physical therapy sessions, but that's it.
We may need to challenge that decision. Your herniated disc is a serious injury that could affect your ability to work long term. Have you had any trouble performing your job duties since the injury?
Definitely. I can't lift heavy objects like before. Even standing for long periods is painful. I've had to ask for help a lot more, and I feel like they're just waiting for me to quit.
We'll address that. Since they've reduced your hours, it could strengthen your case for wage loss benefits. Have they offered you any accommodations like light duty work?
No, they haven't. I asked, but they just said they don't have anything available for light duty.
That's concerning. Under workers' compensation laws, your employer should provide reasonable accommodations if possible. Have you spoken to any coworkers who witnessed your injury?
Yeah, my coworker James was right there when it happened. He even helped me get up. He said he'd be willing to back me up if needed.
That's good to know. Witness statements can strengthen your case. Now, one last question. Have you considered seeing a specialist for a second opinion?
I want to, but I'm worried about the cost. My insurance doesn't cover it, and workers' comp hasn't approved it.
We can push for that. If your injury is severe enough to require surgery, they can't just ignore it. I'm going to file an appeal with the workers' comp board and request a formal hearing. We'll also gather medical records and witness statements to support your claim.
That sounds good. I just want to get better and not worry about losing my job.
I understand. I'll handle the legal side of things. In the meantime, keep track of your medical expenses, pain levels, and any issues at work. We'll use everything as evidence in your case. But before we wrap up, do you have any prior injuries to your back or any similar issues before this workplace incident?
No, I've never had back problems before. I was healthy and able to do my job just fine until this injury happened. That's good to know. It helps show that your injury was work-related and not a pre-existing condition. One last thing, have you kept any records of your conversations with your employer, such as emails or text messages about your injury? Yes, I've saved all the emails and even took notes about what was said in person. I can send those to you. Excellent. That documentation will be very useful. I'll review everything and update you on the next step soon. All right, that's a wrap on today's Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the next dictation.